Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be repeating a video that I did last year that I really enjoyed, which is ranking every single book that I read in 2021. So as I said, I did do this last year. I ranked every single book, no tying, all of that. It's purely like 100 to 1. But I did read less this year than I did in 2020, and there's a couple of other little things. So number one, I don't really include my rereads in the ranking, so I will mention them first just to show you what I read. Then I will also go through the books that I did not rate, but just because they are at the bottom does not mean that they are my least favorites, because I just don't feel a lot of those are non-fiction and I don't really know how to rate non-fiction. Then rereads, you can probably presume if I'm rereading them, they're probably books that I love. I will leave a link down below, a playlist to all of my wrap-ups of the year, because I will not be talking in detail, because as I said, there is 108 books. Actually, I don't think I said that, but there is 108 books that I read in 2021. So if I was like stopping to talk about them, that would be insanity, and this would be the longest video of all time. So I'm obviously not going to do that. So I will leave a link down below the playlist of all of my 2021 wrap-ups. I will also leave a link down below my least favorites of 2021, which will be the bottom 10, and also my favorites of 2021, which will be the top. And if you don't want to go through all of my wrap-ups to try and find a book, you can just, of course, ask me down below, why is that book a 3-star or a 4-star, or all of that. Let's just get into it. So first up, we have our rereads. So for a video, I reread the entire Chocolate Box series. Well, not the entire Chocolate Box series, because there is another one, but that came out later, and these are the ones that I read in my childhood. So that is Cherry Crush, Marshmallow Sky, Summer's Dream, Cocoa Caramel, and Sweet Honey, all by Cathy Cassidy. I also reread Heartstopper Volume 1, 2, and 3, all in anticipation for Volume 4. And this series is written by Alice Oseman. And for Witchlands Along, / also in anticipation for Witch Shadow, I reread the Witchlands series by Susan Dennard. So that is Truth Witch, Wind Witch, Sight Witch, and Blood Witch. As I said, all by Susan Dennard. And then once again, I have continued my tradition of rereading the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. That is A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light, all by V.E. Schwab, and this is one of my favorite series ever. And then my final reread of the year was Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, another one that I read every single year. So then the next category is going to be books that I did not rate, and all 3 of these are non-fictions. That is Invisible Women, Exposing Data Bias in a World Designed for Men by Caroline Criado Perez. And then I also read Spinning by Tilly Walden, and then I also read Disfigured by Amanda Leduc. So then my next category is 1-star books, and so my first 1-star book was Wicked by Gregory Maguire, and then my second 1-star read was Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. The next category is my 2-star reads. So we have From Lukov with Love, Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco, A Winter's Promise by Christelle DeBose, My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, Mr. Impossible by Maggie Stiefvater, Small Favors by Erin A. Craig, Lore by Alexandra Bracken. And all of those 1 and 2 stars, they were all mentioned in my worst books, so if you want more details on those 1 and 2 stars, you can go check that out. Next up is the 3 stars. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, The Prom, Written in the Stars by Alexandra Belfleur, The Fever King by Victoria Lee, Across the Greengrass Fields by Shauna Maguire, The Bride Test by Helen Huang, Anyway the Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Packer Chan, A Sky Beyond the Storm by Saba Tahir, Rule of Wolves by Lee Bardugo, The Phantom of the Opera, The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, The Wicker King by Kay Ancrum, Me, My Dad, and the End of the Rainbow by Benjamin Dean. And then I also have 1 3.5 star. I tried to do away with the 0.5 stars this year, but there was one book that I could not give it a 3 and I could not give it a 4. And so I have 1 3.5 star rating, and that is The Project by Courtney Summers. Now onto the 4-star reads, which there is a lot of. The Empress of Salt and Fortune by Nevo, King and the Dragonflies by Kaysen Callender, Frost Heart by Jamie Littler, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu, Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, How the King of Elfheim Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black, The Rebel Army by V.E. Schwab, The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin, Britt Marie Was Here by Frederick Bachman, Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, The Last True Poets of the Sea, Saga Volume 1, by Fiona Staples and Brian K. Vaughan, The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison, Small Spaces by Catherine Arden, Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, Anna on the Edge, Stardust by Neil Gaiman, Extraordinary by V.E. Schwab, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare, The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna, Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, Fury Born by Claire Legrand, Bright Storm by Vashti Hardy, A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik, The Henna Wars by Adiba Jargadar, The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell, Dragonhaven by Robin Hobb, The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince by Robin Hobb, Anxious People by Frederick Bachman, City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin, The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin, The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, Dragon Keeper by Robin Hobb, The Guest List by Lucy Foley, A House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, Bridge of Souls by V.E. Schwab, Iron Widow by Ziran J. Zhao, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang, Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb, and The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. And now, finally, at last, onto our 5-star reads. The Heart Principle by Helen Huang, The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell, Heartstopper Volume 4 by Alice Oseman, Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson, The Ever-Cruel Kingdom by Rin Chipeko, Golden Fool by Robin Hobb, Hell's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, The Rune of Kings by Jen Lyons, The Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty, The Never Tilting World by Rin Chipeko, A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman, The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, The Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty, Fool's Errand by Robin Hobb, Witch Shadow by Susan Dennard. Last, but certainly not least, my #1 favourite book of 2021 is Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb. So there we have it. Obviously, I feel like this really shows that I've been reading a lot of ebooks and audiobooks this year, because I'm surprised by how few I actually own physically. I guess that also means I'm getting my money's worth on SCRIBD, so that's good. Not included, not rated books, and rereads, that is books number 89 to number 1, ranked in the exact order. I think that is all I have to say. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.